From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Thursday, June 15th, 2017. Silver is trading at $16.71 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,254 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 1.6 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $2,373. Antiwar.com reports with only 2 dissenting voters, Senators Rand Paul and Mike Lee, the U.S. Senate passed the Crapo Amendment Wednesday, which imposes a series of new sanctions on Russia over what it claims is aggressive behavior. The legislation also prevents the president from removing any sanctions from Russia without prior congressional authorization. The amendment was tacked onto the Countering Iran's Destabilizing Activities Act of 2017, the latest in a long series of anti-Iran legislation which always passes with little opposition. The Russia amendment was broadly supported as well, with a vote of 97-2 in favor and only 1 abstention. The main focus of the Russia sanctions will be its mining industry and metal production, with some sanctions also targeting foreign investors in the Russian energy market. Russia is among the world's largest energy producers and exporters, providing large portions of natural gas for Europe. Debate on the amendment included not only the usual scaremongering about the threat of Russia, but also consistent attacks on President Trump for having willingly met with top Russian officials since taking office, with Senator Sherrod Brown saying that allowing Russian state media at such meetings amounted to hiding from the American people. Born into a devastating world and raised among the crowd, the Cloudwalker assumes a new identity and begins the unrelenting quest for truth. In this epic journey, he discovers dark secrets about aspects of his previous life that he once trusted. Through the Journal of the Cloudwalker, he shares both the traumatic hardships and the eternal beauties of his experiences. Fueled in the beginning by his unsettling thoughts and emotions, he learns how to find peace with everything he has woken up to. Dear Society by the Cloudwalker is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores. UPI reports a U.S. congressman and a Capitol Police officer were wounded by gunfire Wednesday after a man started shooting at a Republican team charity baseball practice in suburban Washington, D.C., an attack that was captured in dramatic video footage. The Republican team members, preparing for a traditional charity event Thursday night, were practicing at Eugene Simpson Stadium in Alexandria, Virginia, around 7 a.m. Wednesday morning when the gunfire started. Police said the accused man, James T. Hodgkinson, had taken a position behind a fence near the baseball diamond. House Majority Whip Steve Scalise was critically wounded in the shooting attack, along with a Capitol Police officer. Witnesses said the 5-term congressman was hit in the midsection and rushed into surgery at MedStar Hospital in Northwest Washington, D.C. A hospital spokeswoman said Scalise remained in critical condition following his surgery. A congressional staffer, Zach Barth, and food industry lobbyist Matt Mika were also wounded by the gunfire. The FBI said Hodgkinson died after he was shot by police. A bystander with a cell phone camera happened to be recording at the time the first shot started and captured the entire event. The Washington Post, citing law enforcement officials, reported that Hodgkinson owned a home inspection business but had not renewed his inspection license after it expired in November. He was said to belong to multiple anti-Republican political groups and was distressed over the election of President Donald Trump last fall. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports a UPS driver opened fire with a handgun inside a UPS delivery center in San Francisco on Wednesday, killing 3 co-workers before fatally shooting himself as police closed in, according to authorities and company officials. Steve Gould, head of investor relations at UPS, said the victims, like the gunman, were all company drivers. Gould added that the attack unfolded as the workers were gathering for their daily morning meetings before they were due to head out on their delivery rounds. 2 other people were taken to an area hospital with gunshot wounds, and another 5 individuals sustained less serious injuries in a frantic exit of the building. Authorities did not immediately identify the gunman or the victims. Police said the gunman took his own life before officers who swarmed the building ever fired a shot. Gout said the facility's employees were dismissed from work once the lockdown was lifted and that most had since left the building. The company will be providing trauma and grief counseling. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.